Structure fire, residential. The garage is fully involved, and there's an electric vehicle inside. Lithium battery thermal runaway is confirmed. Heavy smoke. This is the scenario. Let's walk through the entire Rehab 1584 fire operations workflow from setup to release for a single firefighter with normal vitals. Before any firefighter enters rehab, the incident commander assigns a unit to the rehab sector. The rehab officer is selected, either pulled from the CAD system or entered manually. Once the rehab officer is in place, the exposure tracking begins, before a single firefighter arrives. The rehab officer now sets Layer 1, the environmental baseline. This layer is configured once for the entire incident and applies to every firefighter on scene. The rehab officer documents the environmental conditions: structure fire, older home with potential asbestos and lead, fully involved with heavy smoke, and the confirmed electric vehicle, triggering the lithium battery thermal runaway flag. Every response receives a mandatory +1 baseline. These environmental drivers are locked in before any firefighter enters rehab. Now the first firefighter enters rehab. The operator identifies them by name and unit, either by selecting from the department roster or entering them manually. The system captures their assignment: interior search and overhaul. Once the member is checked in, the rehab encounter begins. Vitals are captured: blood pressure 120/78, heart rate 88, respiratory rate 18, SpO2 98%, CO 3 parts per million, temperature 98.6. All values fall within normal parameters. The system flags no physiological alerts. This firefighter is tracking clean. Vitals are normal. No physiological alerts, no symptoms reported. The rehab officer confirms the release. Return to duty. The system timestamps the RTD decision and the firefighter returns to the fireground. Now that the firefighter has been released, the rehab officer documents Layer 2, the operational layer. This captures the actual job functions the firefighter performed on this incident: interior IDLH operations, interior search, overhaul, disturbing fire debris after knockdown, creating secondary exposure to concentrated carcinogens. Each action is selected from the work performed section. Layer 3, modifiers. In this scenario, the firefighter was wearing gear that was contaminated from a previous fire. The system captures this as a cross-contamination event. Additionally, the firefighter rolled hose that had been deployed through the fire environment, another documented contamination factor. Layer 4, physiological and symptom indicators, does not apply to this firefighter. No symptoms were reported, no abnormal vitals were flagged. In this case, Layer 4 contributes 0 to the cumulative score. Layer 5, protective actions, is the only layer that reduces the score. The rehab officer documents what mitigation occurred. The firefighter performed wet decontamination, used decon wipes, and changed their hood on scene. Each completed action earns subtractive credits, reducing the firefighter's cumulative score and creating a documented record that the department invested in their protection. The rehab officer can now add the next firefighter. One firefighter, one incident. A complete, defensible exposure record, captured at the point of incident, not reconstructed from memory weeks later. This is Rehab 1584. Fire operations.